When people look for information related to real estate as a first time home buyer or investor or downsizer, they always have way too much information out there. It is hard to find a balance where what is the real information, what is speculation, and what is actually a complete lie. So, this podcast we will try to cover only facts with supported by real numbers and the events which are happening today. Based on that, we can give you our market expectation, but at the end, it will be you as a listener or viewer who will decide what you want to do with your money. Hello, welcome to our Real Estate Mythbuster podcast, episode 1. My name is Navjot. With me, I have Parth. We are both realtors with eXp Realty.
So our main goal from this podcast is to provide you the data, provide you the reference, and then you folks can decide whether it's good, bad, or ugly based on your. And also so many news out there about the market crash, like every other YouTube videos is about the market crash. So again, we are debunking it, demything it, see what is happening based on the real number, because what we see on ground level reality might be different than what you see actually on news and videos out there.
When it comes to real estate, it is either extreme positive news or extreme negative news. There is no balance. So people either will get super excited or they will get super scared. It's very important to find a balance so people can make informed decision without getting carried away by the fake news out there. So let's talk about market crash. When people say the market is crashing or it will crash, what is a crash? Based on a lot of statistics, if there is a price drop of 20 to 30% within a year, that is considered a market crash. So there is another term you might have heard about, correction, which a lot of realtors, economists, they use it because the correction is something that when the market was inflated and now it is coming down to where it should have been, that is called correction. But even if that correction is happening too fast, it could be considered as crash. But if we talk about our market, since the peak of COVID to now, it didn't drop 20 to 30% in a year. It took about 3 to 4 years to come. So I would still call it a correction, not crash. Hopefully we don't see the crash.
And there are other factors as well, like high inventory. Now people do move, so there are multiple reasons why this can occur. So high inventory, so people do move at a particular given point of time, so that causes high inventory. And also the renewal, so people are selling their unit, putting on the market, just waiting what they can get for their place and jumping onto the next one. That could also mean like the inventory is higher right now. The other thing is, like if you see the condo inventory, particularly because of the builder not able to sell condos out there, so we also see high inventory in that particular segment as well. But if we talk about single detached properties and most of the freehold property in the region, we have pretty much stable and balanced market out there.
Yes, and the other thing we see, the market is all about demand and supply. So supply, we already know that it can go up for multiple reasons, renewals and all that stuff. But when we talk about the demand, which is actually buyers, the number of buyers, if they are not in the market, there are multiple reasons behind it. The buyers are the first one to get scared of the news. If there is something going on in the world, the way we are seeing a war in Middle East, it will affect buyers' mindset. They will say, even though if they are qualified and ready to buy and they are motivated to buy, but they will still want to sit back and see what will happen, because they don't know what tomorrow brings, so they may want to wait. That pushes them out, that decreases demand. So that's where we can see that market can be further corrected, or it can go down, or it can end up in a crash. More than 1 million renewals are coming in 2026. That's what a lot of mortgage brokers are advertising. CMSC is saying that more than 1 million mortgages are coming up for renewal, and the biggest renewal month is June. So if we go back 5 years, that was 2021. In that time, the interest rates were 0.99%, 1.5%, 2%, those kind of interest rate. So when they come up for renewal, they definitely will see at least double the interest rate they will be paying, or
100%,
their
yes.
mortgage can go up as well. But the key factor, according to the CMHC report, which is missing, in those 5 years, they paid down, because all of these are mostly 5-year fix.
Yeah.
So in 5-year fix, people did paid their principal down. From last 3-4 years, they knew their renewals are coming up. Another thing is, all of them qualified at 5.25%. That was the benchmark qualifying criteria at that time. So in case the interest rate do go up, they should not feel a big jump according to their income, unless they lost their jobs or they used a creative way to get the financing. They should be okay according to CMHC.
Yeah,
So we may not see that many defaults as many defaults people were expecting.
100%. Like the delinquencies are on rise, but not that much. It's still under like 0.5, 0.05 or 0.5% or something like that, which if we compare to bigger market like US, it's very low as of right now.
Because our mortgage is, our mortgage industry is highly regulated. So people were already prepared for these interest rate hikes because of the stress test. So the inventory which can come in 2026 is mostly, again, high-rise condos bought by those investors, or people who used the HELOC or all different kind of money to buy their investment property. So it's mostly investors that might be in bigger trouble than the actual homeowners, which can bring more inventory to the market, but it may not be as much as people are expecting.
So we are talking about like 5 data points which every buyer and seller should know about. The very 3 in this one is like the home sales, average price, and new listings. By the way, all of 3 are down compared to considering the last year. So if you see the home sales, it's roughly down by 8.1%. The average price, that is down by 5.6%, which is the average price right now for the last month is $725,000. And then the new listing is down by 15.8%. That is very surprising.
So we were expecting a lot of listings as the winter is coming to an end, but we are not getting as many listings as we were expecting. And it is actually affecting a lot of numbers, especially the months of inventory. Months of inventory is if no other new home comes in the market and we have to consume the inventory which is available, then how long it will take for all these properties to sell. That timeline is called months of inventory. And right now in Kitchener-Waterloo, we are at 2.5 months of inventory. And that number is going up only because of condos. If we just separate it, the semi-detached and detached both are sitting below 2 months of inventory,
Yes.
and townhouse is at 3. But condos are 6.8.
6 point, yeah,
They are disturbing the average.
that's true.
So if we take condos out in Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, or Waterloo Region market, we are in a pure sellers market, which was for month of February. How it will be in March or upcoming month, we will see. But this is the latest data right now.
Yeah.
And I think one thing we should definitely discuss, because it's a myth buster. Whenever people see in the news or any TikTok video, YouTube video that we have tons of inventory and a lot. So I think condos or high-rise buildings has a lot to do with that.
100%, yes. So if, as we mentioned, like if we remove like high-rise condos in this one, that is a 6.3 or 6.8 as of right now, we are below 2. And to give you an idea, 80% of the transaction happened in this freehold category, and only 20% or less than that happened in the condo segment. So the majority of the people should consider this freehold segment rather than the condo segment, only if they are buying to go in a condo.
And another thing is, like all the first-time home buyers we work with and investor as well, how many of them actually want to buy a high-rise in resale? I don't see a single guy so far as a first-time home buyer or as an investor who want to buy the condos in resale. They buy in pre-construction thinking that they got time to close that, plus they might be able to sell it on assignment, or they will rent it if needed. So pre-construction is a different story, but on resale I don't see a lot of people buying in high-rise condos these days.
100%, and that's the market. That's why we are talking about Kitchener-Waterloo region, not the Toronto market. That might be a totally different story out there. But in Kitchener-Waterloo, first-time home buyer, rather go for a starter townhouse than a condo unit out there.
Absolutely.